Let us now focus on selling these articles individually, that is, defining separate pricing for these articles, which will also lead to these articles being sold individually. So basically, if you would buy Article 1, Article 2 and Article 3 would not be unlocked, and that goes for all the articles here. We will also do that via ArticleID, meaning that we will need to associate each article with its own ArticleID and then with its own purchasing option. So that leads us to the prerequisites, of course. The main prerequisite for this is that we associate an ArticleID in the source code with this article, so that looks something like this. We have the application JSON type script with the mandatory ID LaterPay Connector, and then we associate a unique ArticleID. To make things simpler here, I have defined single purchase 2 for Economist Article 2, 1 is for Article 1, and 3 is for Article 3. Now I'm going to use this ArticleID to associate the purchasing option with it. So to do that, I'm going to go back to my connector dashboard. I'm going to create a new single purchase. The title of this single purchase will be Single Purchase 1, for example. Again, this title is not visible to the end user, so we can just put something for our own reference here. So here we need to specify the article ID. It will be almost the one that I just copied with a slight twist. So I have defined that the article ID for Article 1 is Single Purchase 1. I'm going to specify a price, and now as you can imagine, you can price these articles the same, so they can all cost, say, 50 cents. But just to spice things up a bit here, we're going to have separate prices. So let's put this one, Article 1, to 20 cents. Finally, we'll associate the template with it, as we always do, and we save. Purchasing option has been created here. And if we go back to our Economist Article 1, and if we refresh, we'll see that the purchase overlay has appeared. The purchase overlay has not appeared on Economist Article 2 and 3, which is exactly how we wanted it to be. Now, in order to have it appear there as well, we're going to have to define other two single purchases. So let's just do that. So this is a single purchase 2. Let's associate the article ID single purchase 2 to it. Let's say that this one is going to cost 30 cents, pay later, and we associate the single purchase template. Save. You see that the new purchase option has been created, and in fact, if we go to Economist Article 2, we'll see that the overlay has appeared. Finally, to conclude this video, we're going to create the third single purchase 3, which is going to be associated with Article ID Single Purchase 3. Let's set a price of 50 cents for this one, associated with a template. Save. And there we go. The end result is that we have 3 separate purchases, and we have defined them by Article ID. Again, just to remind you here, what you need to do is to have separate Article IDs here, so they're not going to be the same. And you can replicate this across your website. So whenever you want to have individual isolated purchases, you need to have a different Article ID.